Beloved Creator, source of all that is, guides, guardians, and wisdom keepers, we acknowledge and thank you for the gift of our being, the guidance and support we receive from you at all times. And we thank you for this opportunity to gather and share our thoughts. We are always honest and lawful and strive through our actions to be heartful and focused on the best results for the people. It takes our personal responsibility, and it takes as many as are willing. So, in great gratitude, we ever pray for your continued grace, your protection and direction in all that we do. Let it be so, and so it is.
Thank you, Charlie. My name is Ron Vroman. I'm the old white man talking head of the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly. The men of the original 13 states and commonwealths, the former colonies, constituted a Congress assembled and they named it the United States of America. Any other name is not us. They named it in their Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union. That group created the United States of America's apostrophe S showing possession Constitution. 12 of the 13 ratified it for Washington's inauguration. Rhode Island and Providence Plantation did not make it to the inauguration because they did not return their ratified constitution. There was only 12 states at Lincoln's part Lincoln at Washington's inauguration. And the perpetual union was restored when Rhode Island and Providence Foundation returned. It stayed restored until 1860 when South Carolina seceded. Oregon had been made the 33rd state before that happened. I don't know if South Carolina seceding from the Union did anything other than break the perpetual union, which is quite a bit. And I'm not sure how to fix all of that, but I do know that it needs to be fixed. When the United States Congress closed because they had no quorum in March 1861, they closed the constitutionally created United States and they opened a color of law governance in de facto for the United States under Lincoln's martial law, Executive Order 100, the Lieber Code. And they opened this unconstitutional de facto corporation that they later incorporated. And sometime after 1906, they flipped every state and territory into an incorporated subdivision of the bogus United States Inc. No longer a creation of the United States of America in Congress assembled, but a creation of Lincoln and bar attorneys and military. They opened an unconstitutional de facto corporation. They flipped Oregon in 1910. Fraud vitiates all contracts, totally or partially. We have had a benevolent form of martial law from about 1860, late 1860s, pick a date, 66, 68. It's been pretty benevolent all that time. They do what they want and they break all kinds of laws. They do all kinds of horrible things, but it was pretty benevolent. I used to always say it may not be great, but it's the best one around. It probably still is the best one around, especially if you haven't woke up to the fraud. To, refer, to return from this ancient treason of the 1860s, we must return to a constitutional Republican form of government. We are doing this on Oregon, and we would like to see the other 33 states and 17 territories do the same thing and lawfully return to the United States of America. And I yield.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying. And then he jumps out of the car. And he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, just shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I fought. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, shot him 3 more times.